move my camera. Ain't nobody looking at Andre August here. Oh, shut. Who's actually looking at Andre August walking? Or you looking at the fucking girl? Ah. Yo, I know it's like, you know, be on this stage and shit, you have to be good looking, but shit. Yo, she valid. She valid. This whole press conference, I'm gonna be looking at her. Damn. I hope she's the ring girl, blood. I hope she's the ring girl in this fight. Damn. Wouldn't mind seeing her again, if you know what I mean.
How did this all come about? You're under the bright lights, one of the biggest fight cards in Orlando history, and you got a chance to fight one of the most popular people on planet Earth.
Oh.
He just gave me a call, and I accepted it.
Simple.
What's going to happen when you step in the ring? What do people need to know about you and your skills?
December 15th. I see him December 15th.
He's a man of few words, unlike this gentleman sitting to my right. What's going to happen, Jake, when Andre August steps into the ring with the enigma that is you?
Look, I respect Andre as a fighter, 3-time Golden Glove champion, more experience, more knockouts. He's strong.
This is what he does. This is what he does. Jake Paul's so smart, you lot don't understand. In press conferences, he brings up everything they've done. That's how he does it. Jake Paul makes shit opponents seem like they're like Mike Tyson. Do you know why he does it? So when he knocks them out, he looks even better. Jake Paul respects his opponents, but he also glazes them so hard that people think, oh yeah, this guy Andre, yo, he's a 3-time Golden Glove champion, he's got more knockouts, he's got more wins. This is a harder fight for me. But realistically, Jake knows he's better than him. In camp, in training, Jake is telling his team how much better he is. You can tell that you don't need to have an inside look to know that Jake is like, I'm going to knock him out. I'm better than him. I'm better than him. But in the press conferences, it'll seem like he's got no chance. And Jake Paul will always put himself as an underdog. So when he actually does beat him, he looks amazing. Do you know what I mean? It's like with Nate Diaz. It's like, oh, well, Nate Diaz is a superstar in like fighting. You know, a superstar in MMA. Yeah, he is. But you're hyping him up. So you look better when you knock him out. No one. Do you really doubt that Jake Paul gets the job done? I don't. I think Jake Paul's going to smoke him. I think Jake Paul gets the job done in seconds. Not seconds, but you know what I mean, like rounds. Within 4 rounds, he gets the job done. But Jake Paul makes it seem like he's fighting the best fighter. Like, listen to what he's going to say in a minute.
Powerful, throws good combinations. So it's going to be a war, but I just...
See, he makes it seem like it's hard. Jake knows in his head this is an easy fight, but he's like, more power, better combinations, it's going to be a full-out blown war. No, it's not, Jake. You're going to easily knock him out. Until Jake fights someone good, we can't respect them. Like, when he fought Tommy Fury, I had huge respect. He lost that fight, but at least he fought Tommy Fury, who was actually a good boxer. Tommy's not like, you know, one of the best professionals, but he's a good amateur boxer. I'd class Tommy Fury as an amateur boxer. Andre is not great, but Jake Paul makes him seem great. So when Jake wins, it's like, oh, well, I beat this guy and he's amazing. No, realistically, you've said he's amazing, but he's really not. He's not that good.
Believe I'm more skilled. I'm going to pick him apart and show the world that I'm the better boxer at the end of the day.
He already knows he's the better boxer, though. This is what Jake Paul is so smart. And he's... Like, you know when he speaks and you think he's stupid? He's really smart. Even when it comes to business, he knows how to sell pay-per-views. He knows how to he knows where to put it. He knows what people to put it with. Jake is very smart. But because he's like a bit of a clown on social media, calling out McGregor and, you know, Tyson Fury and people like that, it makes him seem like he's got no idea what he's talking about. But Jake is very smart. People need to respect him. I don't like him, but you need to actually understand him. He's misunderstood.
Looking for that knockout. You know, it's been too long without a knockout, so I'm going to try to deliver that for the fans at home.
What fans, mate?
This seems like a big risk for you. Why did you choose Andre as your opponent?
This is really good.
Look, you know, the biggest criticisms are fight a real boxer, fight someone with more experience with you, fight a real fighter, you know, all of these things. And it's time to answer that. It's time to show up, put it all on the line, take those risks, and all the influencer shit, the MMA shit is cool. It draws big pay-per-views. It's fun. It's super entertaining. There's more, shit talk. But none of that was really my goal. I generated $250 million in pay-per-view revenue, right? So
250.
that's cool.
Lies.
But money doesn't create legacy. And for me, this is my road to world champion.
Oh my! I mean, he's also so delusional though. Like when he called out Canelo. Canelo right now is probably the face of boxing, and Jake's like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat him." Well, you're not really, are you, mate? You're not. You wouldn't land a shot on Canelo. You didn't beat Tommy Fury. You know what I mean? It's like,
And it's about getting the experience under the bright lights to actually be able to compete at the highest level and to win and to do the unthinkable and to create one of the greatest sports stories in the history of sports, to go from Disney Channel to world champion in less than 6 years. That is why I'm here. That is why we're doing this. And that's what this is all about for me. And this is the next step. And I think, getting the experience with a guy like Andre is important for that journey.
Andre, you're on a 5-fight winning streak, coming off a victory over Brandon Martin. Where are you in your career right now? How do you feel about your skills and the position you've gotten yourself into?
I'm comfortable, man, but I trained myself for a long time in my boxing career, but that doesn't change anything. I trained with some top trainers back in 2013, 14, things like that. But I got a lot of experience from fighting in the amateurs, and not too much experience. I only had probably 25 amateur fights. But in the pro world, and doing a lot of sparring and things like that.
I've actually watched them fight.
Other than that, though, I'm just
I want to see him fight.
Street fights, etc. I'm just
fights.
born ready. Just to be in war. So whatever it is, come December.
I want to see this guy fight because I've seen a couple highlights, a couple of knockouts. He's okay, but I want to see how he actually fights. You don't know too much about him. He's not a big name, really.
15 is going down. I'm ready.
Yeah, I've heard him predict that he's going after you in round one. He's looking for a first round knockout.
One.
If he does that, what happens?
Round one. That's never happened.
We'll see December 15th. We'll see.
You're keeping all your secrets close to the vest.
Yes, sir.
Jake, have you seen much footage on Andre? What's the game plan against him?
Yeah, look, there's not, tons and tons of footage, but we're going to see, me outbox him. He can't move like me. He's not as sharp as me, skillful picking him apart. And I doubt he's going to even land a punch. So that's really what it is. Sloppy feet, all that for him. So I'm going to just dust him up real quick, and you're going to see who the better boxer is.
Did you hear what he said about you? What you got to say to that? He called you sloppy, man.
Man, I'm going to leave all that talking.
This guy boring. You know why? Speed and KSI are rinsing Jake, and they're going to get so many more views in their sparring match in this Jake Paul fight. They can sell a fight. And then the two biggest influence. It's not even a fucking fight, it's a spar. Speed is sparring KSI. But the thing is, they're the two biggest influencers, or one of the two biggest, YouTuber. I don't say that. Two biggest YouTuber influencers right now. KSI is probably the biggest influencer in the UK, and Speed's one of the biggest, over in America, over that way. But I think this Andre guy cannot sell a fight for shit. And Jake isn't doing much. The best fight was Jake Tommy Fury. That was proper beef. That was the best fight. It was sold pay-per-views. And Tommy and Jake went after each other Tommy and KSI, with John Fury shouting fucking abuse every 5 seconds. It was selling fights. It was fucking annoying. Him and John Fury go, you bum, you bum. It was fucking annoying. But it's sold pay-per-views. This Andre guy's just I don't care what he says, I'm just going to fight. It's respectful, yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's very respectful, but it's boring at the same time, fam. It's boring. It's very boring.
All that talking for them women. That is not me. I don't do all that talking like that. So, I appreciate you for having me here, man. I appreciate it, at the same time.
Seems too nice, though. He was too nice.
Yeah, you in a way, and at the same time, I just ain't got time for all that talking like that. He have to do what he have to do because this is his thing. I'm saying, so it is what it is. Let's get it on.
Have you watched his fights? What do you think about his boxing style?
Nah, I never watched his fights.
You never watched one of his
I
fights?
seen clips. I seen clips of his fight. They ask me this all the time. They asked me like 20 times already.
Wait, look, hold on. Did you know who Jake Paul was before they called you?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, Jake, give us your final prediction, your message to your fans watching right now.
Well, I just think it's funny that his the peanut gallery is laughing because did your coach tell you that I dropped him in sparring too, or did he not tell you that? You remember that?
Okay, I want to see what everyone's thinking. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? His coach is probably like 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not fighting his coach, you're fighting Andre August. You're not fighting his coach. That's like me going to fight someone my age and be like, you know, I knocked out your best friend. Well, you're not fighting best friend, you're fighting me. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Who really cares? Who gives a fuck? If Canelo and GGG4, again, because they've already fought, again, Canelo's not going to say, oh, you know, I knocked out your coach. Triple G's going to be sitting there like, you're not fighting the coach. Canelo, you're fighting me. So it's like, who cares? Who gives a shit?
Because your own coach, I dropped your coach in sparring. See, he's getting all worked up because he knows what happened. Did he tell you that? Your own coach got dropped in sparring, and that was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago when I wasn't shit. But your coach ain't tell you that. You see, he knows what I'm talking about. He says, that was last summer. He knows what I'm talking about. I dropped your coach in sparring, but he probably didn't tell you that. He probably hyping you up. So the guy that's teaching you got worked by me 2 years ago. But yeah, y'all be quiet over there.
2 years ago.
You're welcome for being here. I hope.
Dude, who gives a single fuck if it was 2 years ago? Why? Why? This guy? Oh, last time we go into Everton trials, to be like, yeah, I want to play for Everton. I want to play for your academy, but I know you're going to ask if I'm a good player, but, you know, back when I was 9 years old, and I was playing, like, you know, I was playing for my Saturday team, I scored 25 goals. I was 9 years old, but I scored 25 goals. Everton are going to be like, I don't give a fuck what you did when you were 9, 10, 11, 12. What are you doing now? Like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
You guys like the hotel rooms that I got you. I hope you guys like the accommodations. Enjoy it. It's your last week in the sport of boxing, guys. Have fun. Keep giggling. Keep giggling.
I hope you guys knock out
We're gonna fight in the ring. I ain't
So the final result will be what, Jake?
A knockout, you know, add them to the highlight reel. End of story, you know, just like all these guys talk. I've been in the ring with UFC champions, real killers. This guy is actually
UFC champions. There's a big fucking difference. UFC champions. Okay, let's try and name one. Nate Diaz. He got you in a guillotine. He couldn't fucking box, and he still nearly killed you. He still nearly knocked you out. Let's be real. Ben Askren. Don't even call him a UFC icon or a legend, because he got knocked out in about 5 seconds by Masvidal. He's got the quickest ever knockout. Masvidal has the quickest ever knockout on Ben Askren, and you fought him and beat him. Well done. I got beat Ben Askren. Okay, is that it? Who else have you fought? No one I can even fucking remember. You fought Nate Robinson, who's a basketball player. You fought Nate Diaz, who's a UFC fighter. You fought Ben Askren. Tommy Fury, the only boxer you actually fucking fought, you lost to. You beat Deji. Well done. That was like 5 years ago. Like, no one cares, man.
nothing. You'll see. Watch. 48 hours is going down. Tune in. Have fun. Here we go.
Wait, it's Thursday today. Right, so it's Friday, Saturday. Yo, 2 days. Is it on Friday night or Saturday night?
All right, I'll give you the final word as well.
December 5th. It's in 2 days.
What's going to happen Friday night? Will you get revenge for your
It's Friday night. Today's Wednesday, but it's like midnight, so, you know, that's why I said Thursday, but it's on Friday night, not Saturday night. Damn.
coach?